Audio Jungle.
It's another edition of Bystanders at Newsstands, and it's the last Tuesday of the year 2020, and we are the Newsstand dishing it out to you, talking about the Nation newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What is the Nation saying on Bishop Kukahs? The statement of Bishop Kukahs to Buhari is causing serious controversy and was right here on the front page of the journal. The major headline, it reads: Kukahs attack on Buhari draws more flake. Backing. Kukahs attack on Buhari draws more flake. Backing. Arewa Youth's Coalition lash cleric. Southern Middle Belt leaders, bishops give support. Southern Middle Belt leaders, bishops give support to Kukahs. Alright, on to the next one. 2021 appropriation bill sent for assent. Quickly to another story here on the top of the paper. 23 die in Lagos bound truck accident, and we have Man United to dump Igalo for Cavani. Fidelity Bank gets 3 non-executive directors. On to the next one. COVID-19. Lagos opens 10 oxygen centers. Quickly to what we have on Apapa. Was the Lagos state government saying here? We can see a picture on the front page of the journal. Was a picture illustrating Lagos state governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu interrogating a truck driver, Mr. Jamiu Adeoyo, during his inspection at assessment of Apapa gridlock in Lagos. Lagos to battle gridlock with special squad. That's what we have here. Lagos to battle Apapa gridlock with special squad. Quickly to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for more stories. The major headline, which is reading: No, we didn't apologize to Buhari over invitation, say reps. No, we didn't apologize to Buhari over invitation. On to the next one. Still on Apapa gridlock. Lagos government to take over traffic management from presidential task force. Quickly to the picture we have here. What is the picture saying here? Okay, we have 3 pictures here, sorry. Okay, remains of the late Chief of Defense Staff, General Domkats Bali, being accorded by military honor during the funeral service at Church of Christ in Nations, that's COCIN, Jos Plateau State on Monday. Okay, down the paper we have more Nigerians dissect Kukahs verdict on Buhari. SMBLF demands immediate apology over attack on Kukahs, twisting his message injurious to nation building. That's what Northern can are saying here. TIV youth fault him, allegations of nepotism against Buhari spurious. That's what Murik is saying. MURIC. Quickly to our reviewers, more talks on these stories. I'll be right back.
Joseph. I work with Everton Properties Limited, a real estate development and marketing company. And in year 2020, which is the end of the year, we are running a promo. We call it end of the year promo, New Year and Christmas promo, where we are giving out a special discount for a special people, when we are giving a special gift for a special client. Now, Everton Properties Limited, we are saying that you can pay 25,000 naira initial deposit and journey to a new year, new home just began. At Everton Properties Limited, we don't just sell property, we sell peace of mind. Everton, creating value. Use promo code FLIPTV and enjoy special gift and special discount for Xmas promo with Everton Properties Limited. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. I think the cruise of the matter is about that nepotism he made mention of. Another thing that stands out in his speech is that Christians don't have a pool of violence where they can draw from. But I don't want to dwell on that. Let me look at what is said about nepotism of this government. Mr. Mike, it's no longer a news that this government have elevated nepotism to a very high level. But the hallmark of this government, in fact, when you say nepotism as it has to do with this government, it has become legendary. Let's isolate security sector of the country, for instance. from the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defence Staff, Police, DSS, National Security Advisor, Custom. If you name it, it's about 11 security positions. As we speak, apart from the Chief of Defence Staff, who is Olani Shake, and the Chief of Naval Staff from Cross River, every other person in that category is from the north. How best can you describe nepotism? Don't forget that there are relevant sections of the Constitution that talks about federal character, and there are equally relevant sections of the Constitution that talk about discrimination on basis of tribe. I think section 42 of the Constitution talks about discrimination on the basis of tribe. And it's based on this tenet of the Constitution that the government established Federal Character Commission to tell you that it's a very critical component of our grand norm. So if a president is willfully violating this aspect of the Constitution, any citizen of the country is right to query or to question Mr. President on this issue of nepotism and to caution him to see whether he could reverse the trend.
But it's not to do with the cautioning.
Now, I agree with you. Recently, some good number of police men were promoted to the rank of commissioner. Out of the lot, I cannot remember the total number now, but out of the lot, only one slot went to the southeast. That is nepotism by all standards. The one I mentioned earlier on, that see the north having up to 11 as against 2 of the security positions, is another serious area of nepotism. Mr. President cannot deny it. If you are confident enough, or if you are bold enough to take wrong decisions, be ready to answer names that come with it. I'm talking to Mr. President, because I for one, I have spoken about it, and I'm almost tired of saying it, because it's no longer a news that Mr. President is painting himself as a northern leader. So what Kukahs said is the obvious fact. Another thing, like I told you, that stand out, people are trying to quote him out of context, is where he said that as Christians, that they do not have or will not have pool of violence to draw from. Because he was trying to say that, Mr. President, if a non-Muslim northerner have done part of what Mr. President have done, that by now either Nigeria would have been at war or there would have been a military coup. I think he was trying to use to lay emphasis about the grave consequence of Mr. President's action. Because this thing we are looking at, it breeds acrimony. It is elevating our fault lines. Because the people who drafted the Constitution knew the importance of bringing everybody on board by way of quota system, by way of federal character. Again, look at the issue of quota system. If you see any area where maybe the south, the constitution will favor them, Mr. President will not follow the constitution to the letter. Now, federal character, so that the quota system that is supposed to, that have been helping the north to measure up with the south, the government is no longer interested in it, because they are seeing somebody who is only interested in north against the south. And this thing we are seeing, it promotes mediocrity above meritocracy, and it discourages people from acquiring better education. Because by the time you spare resources, time and everything to get yourself educated and get the knowledge, you will see the government using somebody who is far less educated compared to you as in lofty positions at your own expense. So what I'm saying in essence is, if government know that quota system is updated, they should jettison it by a way of repealing the constitution, a section of the constitution that guarantees it. so that going forward meritocracy will always determine who gets what.
And what's your own take on the bodies that have been condemning Kukahs' statements?
Quota system.
The statements uttered by the...
You see, Mr. Mike, it's unfortunate that in Nigeria we have people who are sycophants. We have people who are docile. We have people who always, because of pecuniary interest, they don't want to speak truth to power. Because of what they want to benefit, they don't speak truth to power. A situation where an institution like National Assembly will invite Mr. President, and Mr. President will willfully disobey the invitation, and the same National Assembly is pampering him, apologizing, even if they are denying that they are not apologizing. Their body language speaks volume that they are even afraid of him. So I think it's because most of them have skeleton in their cupboard. Because if they want to stand on their feet and do the right thing, there's a possibility of Mr. President dusting their respective files, and they could be docked. That is why most of them are docile. Most of them turn themselves to stooge of the executive. Some are sycophants, like I've earlier said before, because of their pecuniary interest and because of selfishness. And it's not helping us, it's not taking us anywhere. Because as long as you start having mediocres in position of authority, we are going nowhere. Until you start putting people eggheads in these lofty positions, we cannot get results.
We are in the situation now where our religious leader, they are being political instead of being apolitical. Why I'm saying this, we all knew, no, respect to Bishop Kukah. He hit the nail on the head. Quite all right. But the message to me is a one-side message. Because I could remember during the previous administration, there was I think you remember civil immigration scandal that happened. We never hear the voice of Bishop Kukah against the previous government then. These are the point I'm laying, I will say my mind out. I don't want to be biased when it comes to the issue. We have to put on the table and sort out. Right? Bishop Kukah could not even, and that thing still hurt me till today. The children of the poor were swindled to pay 1,000 naira for a job that is not there, that has been shared. And when they got to the recruitment centers, what we were hearing was deaths, collusion, stampedes, Then what came up was paying for the debt. You offering money for a soul that you don't even know whether it might be the Nigerian president tomorrow. So where were the voices? Where were our bishop voices then? There are a lot of scandals of corruption going on there. Before everything deteriorated into this level, where were their voices? It's not all about, so that's what I'm saying, majority of our religious leaders, when you check them in out, they are political instead of being apolitical. Now, the issue of insecurity I'm seeing in this country is a collective effort. It should be a collective effort to win this battle. But either you are a PDP, you are ex-president, you are a bishop, and that kind of statement that came out openly as a bishop, you have chances to seek audience with the president. It's not that I'm supporting the president, but when I say from my own true conscience, I have to say, and the problem with Nigerians, generality of Nigerians, is you can't read their mind. If a Nigerian man smile with you this morning, in the afternoon, he has another hidden agenda in him. You get what I'm saying? So there is no trust again, even among we masses. And the problem of the country starts with we masses.
Is the president really a nepotic person?
I can say, because the genetic of most Nigerians now is more or less in our DNA. This ethnicity, tribal issue is in our DNA hall.
Even in the president?
Even in the president, is the president not in Nigeria? Is he not part of us? Is he not? He's been in Nigeria before a president. He's been a northerner before he became a president. Before he became a president. So what are we now saying? Pick up average Yoruba man, average Igbo man, average Hausa man. There's tribalism, there's nepotism in their DNA. So until we erase all this, where do you come from? Where this is, they are saying is Buhari turn today. Tomorrow, put an Igbo man, put a Yoruba man there. He will sort his own people first.
Was the ex-president Jonathan like that?
But I could say yeah.
Because I remember during his own administration, he faced the northern side.
He faced the northern side. Same thing likewise with Buhari. Was it Babangida Obasanjo? I mean Obasanjo. But when you look at it, the northerners, they still have the majority of the votes that produces these people.
But it seems this administration has really centralized on the northerners, other side, right?
I wouldn't support if it is true they are on that. That is it. If it is true that is what they want to embark on.
And of course, Nigerians have been shouting.
Nigerian has to shout because we put ourselves into this situation. Do you want to tell me you guys from you Southerners, you don't have leaders there that represent your interest there? Where is their voice? Where are their voices? Do they raise any voice? So they are your representative there. They are your representative. You could see what happened to Bono legislator that they were trying to compel the president to come and address them. But nevertheless, as I said, the more you look at Nigerians, the less you see. In which I even heard later that there was an attempt for the opposition party to carry out an impeachment process on him. It's quite possible. You see this country, I don't trust anybody in this country. If you tell me hey now today, your hey might turn to be. I've witnessed a lot of falsification, crucifixion on me myself. False crucifixion on myself. There are people who know the right thing, but when they come, they will start, saying the other way around, just to crucify you. So it's in our blood, it's in our genetic. If Buhari live there, if that president Buhari live there today, bring another man until we flush our DNA tests. Our DNA. We all cleans up ourselves because everything is on the mindset, man. It's a mindset. Ask an American man today. You meet an American man today. He did something wrong yesterday, and you accosted him today. Yes, I did it. Why do you do it? But take a criminal to court today. Take all these looters to court today. He will slump. Either he will still deny. He will go and hire one lawyer. The other lawyer will start cooking up. So it's from the foundation. I've been crying like that too. The president. But I don't want to see. The next man you are putting there, is it not Kaba that will round up, that will drop the money for him to campaign? So the country is in a real mess, and we need an architect that will restructure this country into the committee of nations that are doing well, because we are not doing well at this time of the day. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Behind the camera, especially before we started the program, we talked about the House of Rep apologizing to the president. What's your take on that? That is the president that was supposed to appear before the Rep, right? And he failed.
He failed to appear before the House of Rep.
In support of the Attorney General of the Federation, Malami.
In support, Malami actually told him not to go. Fine, accepted. He did not go, and you still could not tell Nigerians why you failed to appear before the House based on insecurity now. And now, yesterday, I ordered yesterday, the Speaker House of Rep, Friend Kamila, tendered an apology to him. The House of Rep tendered an apology to him, saying that they were sorry for inviting him to the House. Where are we going in this country? The president that should have been impeached, a president that should have told us the reason why he failed to appear before the House, because there is insecurity in the land. According to Nigerian Constitution, Constitution, Article 44, subsection 2 said if the president fails before to appear before the house or by or yes sir attorney committee, he should be one. That is what impeachable offence, and that is what PDP wanted doing. But the speaker of the house, because he is so loyal to him, he stopped the impeachment process. The president ought to have been impeached a very long time ago, and now he is now the one apologizing to the president, saying that his own that the president coming to the house was being politicized. This is not about politics. It is about the interest of everybody. Insecurity is really ravaging the land. So why don't you come and tell Nigerians what you've done? Why have you refused to serve these service chiefs? Instead, our rubber stamp lawmakers tendered an apology to him. Based on what? People that have lost their life in court. What happened to them? These are people you should even tender apologies to, not the president. The president is a public servant. Let him come and tell us. He's not there based on his own interest. He's there on the interest of Nigerians. And now people are calling you to come and tell us what is happening in the land. You are there telling him sorry. We are sorry for what? Inviting you to come to the house. This is not a country. How many states of the country? Nigeria should split. It has even become so what? Unbearable. If you cannot tell us what is happening now, you just come and just all the way apologizing to him. Mr. Mike Adekule, this is also uncalled for. I have lost trust in him. I have lost hope in Femi because he is someone I do accord respect to. But now, ever since he has indulged in such acts, I think my respect for him has what that's dwindled. Seriously, why would you do that in the first place? He shouldn't have done that.
Now, let's quickly move to Bishop Kukahs' statement. It's the type of the president. I think I would call it a bad word, though, but we have bodies from the northern region and other sides too, condemning the attack Kukah made on the president. And looking at what he said on nepotism, on the president being sentimental, not being proactive to security challenges and to tackling security challenges in the country, don't you think Kukah was saying the right thing?
Mr. Magadekule, I don't know why Bishop Matthew Kukah is getting these lashes from. There have been backlashes from the day he made these comments. There has been backlashes. The same Satan of Sokoto make this comment. Nobody lashed him. The same there's a cleric from Kaduna, Emi Fisher, make such statement. Nobody lashed him. Buhari Galadima has made such statement. Nobody lashed him. Why is it that people are not lashing Bishop Kukah? Because what? He's a Christian. Why? Satan of Sokoto even said more things
than what he said.
Nobody has lashed him. You see what these northern youths are now bringing religion into governance. But just like what Martin Kukah is a Nigerian, he has every right to also air his own opinion. Just like what the Satan of Sokoto has been saying countless times, and then nobody has ever come out to lash him. Nobody has lashed him. There's this other man, Abba Jalingo from the north. I've been saying it different times, countless times. Nobody has lashed him. Buhari Galadima, I've said so. Nobody has lashed him. Countless people from the north. Other statement from the north. I've said that.
I've talked about bad governance.
I've talked about bad governance. Why didn't they lash them? Why must it be Bishop Kukah? What has he said that is different from what other regions
have said?
Exactly. What have you said? This is similar to what they have said. That is what he said. So why the backlash? Because what? He's a Christian. So in as much he's a bishop, shouldn't he also have his own view? In his church in where? I think that was on 25th no, I think that was on Boxing Day. In his own church in Sokoto, 4 persons were being beheaded, killed in his church. So why won't you speak out? Why won't you speak out? Why won't you speak out? So now, it should not be about nepotism. When it comes to nepotism, Pastor just made mention of something. He said about 11 commissioners of police were being promoted. Just 1 person from the southeast. And then again, Buhari believed in Nigerian Pension Commission, the ADG, from I think it's from Osun State. Buhari believed him of his appointment. Immediately he was the president. At the moment, he was appointed a man from Sokoto State again, from the north. Why must it be north? Eh? So these are what people are also saying.
Would you say there's no equity in Buhari's government or what?
There is no. Buhari does not go along with federal character. What is federal character? Everybody must be duly represented from every region. That is, it's not balanced. That is federal character. Everybody must have a representative for every region. Even though from the bush, you at least must have someone representing you. But what is he doing there? And this is what our stupid National Assembly just left unchecked. They are stupid.
Alright, David, thank you so much for your contribution.
My name is Oluwa Nwafogbala, the son of Jesus Christ. See, let me tell you one thing first. Happy Christmas for everybody. Happy New Year in advance. But we live of God. Bishop Kuku was saying the truth in the house of God. And the house of God knows the truth. And all know the truth. And Buhari fuck all the fucking shit. Buhari fuck up. See, let me tell you one thing. You see my fucking face in the world, in Nigeria, and Oluwa name Ogba. The president fuck the shit up. No make any language as the president. I voted for him. Oluwa voted for him. The president Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. APC I be APC. Go find one. See my picture me color. Picture me color. Picture me. I'm a citizen of Nigeria. I resident of Ogba. Buhari fuck up. The protocol he fuck up. Why will I be dying? We suffering. Why? Every day is the same thing. Let them forget the shit, and the shit will come. And that bishop will say the truth, and they don't fuck up, and the truth will evaporate their fucking home, and they will die. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. That's Oluwa One of Ogbaland. He had spoken. Alright, on this note, I say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael still remains my name. Behind the camera is first also. You can also join me on Facebook. Michael Timitayo at Dekole. Alright, viewers, have a good day.